Okay, today is December 13th, 2023. I'm in Pittsburgh, where I live, and never thought I would be driving this Bronco today. Now, when I bought it from someone in Oregon, and the only question he had for me when he found out where I was from was, well, it was kind of a statement. You're not going to be driving that in the winter, are you? And I'm not. But it's not really winter right now. As soon as there's any salt or snow out there, I'm not going to be driving it. Same goes for my other collector cars. I needed to use this today, and let's be honest, I just wanted to. This is a fun vehicle. I wanted to do a little follow-up to my original walk-around video. Right now, the gauges all seem to work. The oil pressure is towards the high part of normal, but it goes there instantly. The engine runs beautifully. There needs to be a minor carburetor adjustment on it. It seems to bog when first started on hills, real steep hills. And in Pittsburgh, our hills are equivalent to like San Francisco kind of hills. So the only glitches right now in the electrical system are the temp gauge is non-functional. The lights are not, for the gauges, do not work at night. Now, I know there is a company that is producing a reproduction circuit board for the LAC. It's like a really thin, wafer thin circuit board for these. I obtained one. I'm gonna have that put on in the spring when I can really kind of leave it with my friend. This is the radio that found out is very rare. I guess it's only AM. There was not an AM FM option, but this thing was about $137 or $600 and some dollars in today's money. It's the original radio. It is a clock. It's not the correct time, but it's AM radio. And in Pittsburgh, you may know that we had the first commercial radio station in the world, and that's what it's tuned to. So it's the first and probably will be the last, but it works. And you can do that, 1020 KDKA, and you have music. I bought a nice replica, new look, got the right knobs and everything. I will not put it in. I'll probably end up selling that or mounting it somewhere else. I just do not have the heart to change that. On this, there is a speaker thing. So let me turn that on real quick.
For council today, but it won't be necessary. He called Larry and Marty today with good news.
You can balance the speakers out on it. Again, this is a factory air car. Delay wipers. It has the interior light package. The other glitch on here, the interior lights go on. If you saw what that just happened, they go on when you turn the switch. The little door compression switches are not currently functioning. We're gonna sort those out in the spring as well. This is a little close-up of what a hood lock is. You can put the ignition key in there, lock that, put that in place, and no one is going to be able to open that hood. Problem is, I just don't really like doing that. If I need to get into the hood, I just want to have that available because no one's going to be able to figure that out. So I leave it unlocked. The tilt wheel on here. So your turn signal indicators, turn signals work. They didn't when I got it. Pull that towards you. I'm sorry, push it forward and it tilts. So it goes up to that level and then down to this level. It's a pretty good range of motion on here. This is the original, I don't know if it's leather wrapped, but leather wrapped. You can see this. I don't know if I'm going to redo this. Original horn, steering wheel, a little fading on here, but again, this isn't a 100-point show car. This is a pretty amazing original survivor car. Horn works. The steering wheel is fine. as it is. I mean, like I said, there's some little bits and pieces on here that are not perfect. On your console, that's my mobile radio until there's a little, must have had a little ash from cigarette at some point over there going through. The Oregon plates, the old vintage plates from my old 73 Ford pickup, has the matching fabric in the console, which is cool. And again, the seats, the roof, the lights work, the headliner is in great shape. These are, it has a working vanity mirror. So this was a pretty loaded up vehicle. The only thing I know, it does not have cruise control. You would have had it right here. It doesn't have the full-time four-wheel drive, does not have the roll bar. But it had some, you know, it has everything it was shipped with except for two things. And I obtained one of those two things, and I'll show you that real quick. So I'm going to stop the video real quick and be back in a second. So here's one of the two things it didn't come with. Now, it had the original, in that first video, this is an L78 Firestone radial tire. And as I was looking through and researching, the Marty report indicated that that's what should have come on this. And then I thought, okay, well, do those exist? I mean, anything vintage, I'm not going to put on the vehicle. But Coker Tire replicates the 7, and that's what they're known as. They're known as the 721. I'm 53 years old. And when I was a kid, the 721s had quite an ad campaign. They were a new thing in America, being radials. I know Michelin kind of innovated them, but Firestone, in my opinion, really popularized them. This was their second go at radials. The 500 radials were, let's say, a little less than ideal. These replaced them, and these are a re-engineered version of those 721s that's on here. So I bought 5 of them. Now, this is a steel wheel, it's a spare. The only other thing I'm looking for are the wheels to go with it. If you look on here, and I'll get up here a little away from the engine sound well, the rims are an aftermarket vintage. They almost look like what would have been on there except painted white. So these are 33. These are 33s, KO2s that were put on new by the guy I purchased it from. They're 15-inch. I really like these tires and these wheels for day-to-day driving if we're going to be enjoying it. But for show purposes, I'm going to go with the whites and the radial tires. I would imagine it's going to be quite an adjustment how it's going to feel with those tires on it. I'm not sure I'm going to like that very much, but for a sense of originality, it'd be kind of cool. If you go through here now, like I said, there was clear coating on the previous video. There was clear coating of this cinnamon low paint. You have a lot of stone chips, a lot of patina. This is, you can't fake this. This is all, you know, you have your pinstriping. This was a bright grill. I know it was an option, so it wasn't like the original or the standard grill would have been not bright. But you see as you go in here, like this paint is not perfect. It's one of the clips that keeps coming down. I'm gonna have to take that off and redo it. But there's a clip behind here, one of the retainer clips. Original pinstriping, and again, it is not a Concours perfect vehicle, but it is an amazing survivor. So when you get through here, you get down and you go all the way back, there's no rust, and it is just, you get back in here, you can see there's clear, there's not clear on the swing away. The swing away was optioned with it. You go into here. Here's your arm for the swing out. Here's the body of it. Body color, Wimbledon white. I'm afraid to take this off. This is original. It's not going to budge, and if I take it off, I'm going to tear it. I think I might just carry the spare in the cargo area. I just don't have the heart. This isn't a daily driver vehicle. This isn't something that I'm going to be, having to worry about extra space in here. I can carry one of those in there mounted on there as a spare, and then that way I will have myself, something in case I do get a flat on the road. I'm going to source a new set of the window lace here, or whatever you call it. I know that's available. Some of the other rubber here, I'm just thinking it feels pretty pliable. I'm probably going to leave that go. I don't really want to start getting into like taking things off that really function on there. And again, we go through here, more original patina paint. So a lot of little chips here and there over the years. As you go in here, you see the white where it wore, the white down through the primer to the bare metal where it wore. In here, it is all original in there. There was raw sheet metal in this area, and for the sake of right here, in case you're out driving, I put a little bit of fluid film on there. I just wanted to be safe. I'd rather have no rust than any rust, of course. So as you go through the truck, it's starting to become a more reliable, fun, stabilized driver for me, and that is the point for this vehicle. You start getting to know an old vehicle, and you start saying, okay, well, I can do this, I can go here. Instead of just around the block, I can go down the street, and I can then leave the city, go here and there. I've driven this about 50 miles in the last day. That's pretty amazing. The one thing it still needs done on it, I'm going to replace the heater core, and have the radiator re-cored, and then I'm going to have the air conditioning system. It's all there. It functions. It needs just converted over to 134 and charged up. So there's little things like that, but I'm going to be taking it out to Ford Nationals at Carlisle. I registered, and I'm kind of eager to have people crawl around it and see it, look at it, and see people that are more knowledgeable about these than I am, certainly, and just enjoy it. So end of May, early June, I believe, I'm going to be out there, and hopefully we have a nice mild winter. I get a couple more days of doing this, but right now this was a bonus. This was an early Christmas gift for me, being able to have this thing out and driving, and I'm really happy for that. So thanks for watching again. If you have not liked and subscribed to my channel, so this is my 78 Ford Bronco, pretty much all original. I have a 57 Chrysler Windsor two-door hardtop, just got, so I haven't even really been able to play with that. I did one video. The sound was terrible, but it's gorgeous. I have a new Corvette, turns 1 year old tomorrow. I've driven it almost 10,000 miles. I have a 93 Celica GT that just won its first junior at Hershey. It's an all-original 60,000 mile car. Two Pontiac 6000s, because why not have two? And I have an 85 LeSabre Limited that was my parents' that I went and bought with them brand new, and a 65 Olds that was my grandfather's. So I kind of have a little bit of a car fleet, and I'm going to be having a lot more fun. My garage is going to be starting to be built so I can keep them all together in one location and have fun with them. I'll have lifts on them, in the garage, so I can get them up on the lift and look at them, detail the undercarriage, and really, kind of just have fun with these cars. So thank you, like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about the Bronco, any of the
the other stuff, reach out. I appreciate it. Have a great day.